How's this for a flashy outfit? Sweater weather, finally, don't get distracted. I knew all the rules, but the rules did not know me. Guaranteed. I wonder if when Eddie wrote that, he went, oh my god, that's one of the best lines I've ever written. I think it is. And this song also only has one part, one chord progression. It's one of the best songs I can think of that only have one part. And we are doing Guaranteed by Eddie Vedder for the following individuals with excellent taste in music. Lucas Bailey, Sophie Booman, Will Smith, getting really good at this one, Rafael Nepomuceno, Zach Z, and Jacob Simmons, who requested this like 2 years ago. So Jacob Simmons, if you're still here, give a shout, man. And for you as well, you have excellent taste also. Okay, here we go. This one's Travis picking. Of course, it's complicated, but it's more straightforward than just Breathe, which you might have tried as well, because the strings don't shift around as much. You'll see what I mean. We're going to start with a G chord, but an F-shaped G chord. So F is 1, 1, 2, 3, right? We're going to move it up. If we moved it up 1, it would be F sharp. And one more is G. And we're going to pluck. The first 4 chords have the same exact plucking pattern, so pay attention, 007. We're going to pluck D and E. D's the bass note, heretofore referred to as the bass note. D and E, G, B, bass note, E, G, B. Thumb and middle finger, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer. And you're going to go through that twice for every chord, thusly, nice and slow. Now we're going to switch to B minor, but not whole B minor, work around B minor, which is how Eddie does it in this song. Pointer finger on E2, middle finger on B3, pinky on G4, and ring finger on D4. Same exact thing with your right hand. Now we're going to switch to a really interesting G7 chord. Check this out. Pointer finger on E1, pinky finger on B3, and ring finger on D3. This is a G7 chord, like you usually do G7, which has an F here, but this G7 has an F in the bass because the D string is our bass note. So D string 3rd fret, D, D sharp, E, F. There's 2 Fs, which is the note that makes G7 G7 in this G7 chord. So an F, a G, not in the bass, a D, part of your regular G chord, and another F. Same plucking pattern. Now we're going to switch to a C with an E in the bass, which sounds more complicated than it is. When you play your C, this has a C in the bass. There it is, A string 3rd fret. Leave that out of the equation, and our lowest note is the D string 2nd fret. So you see, for these first 4 chords, the reason we're able to do the same exact thing with the right hand is that each of them are just 4-note chords, and the 4 notes are on the thinnest 4 strings. Great, I'm going to break so I don't have to do that again, but first I'm going to do it. Ready? Here we go. Nice and slow. B minor. Really interesting G7. C with an E in the bass. Be right back, don't move. Alright, so we left off on the C with an E in the bass. The next one is going to be regular old C. So B1, D2, A3, and we're going to keep the pattern the same sort of, as in it's going to be bass note and E string, but now our bass note is no longer on the D string, so things have to change just a little bit. So we're going to do A and E. Everything else is the same, except for when I say bass note, it's not the D string. So A and E, or bass and E, G, B, bass on the A string, E, G, B, twice. And then we're going to switch to regular old G chord, just like you know and love. Not this G chord, we need B string 3rd fret, so ring and pinky fingers on the high strings. Your pointer finger is moot, but you might as well put it there anyways, just in case you pluck it by accident. Here we go. So bass note is now the E string. So both E's, G, B, bass, E, G, G, B, twice. And then on D it gets fun. We're back to our old pattern because there's only 4 strings in the D chord, D, G, B, and E, and we're going to do it regular first. Take your middle finger off for D suspended 2. Now this time when you pluck bass and E, you're going to hammer on to the E string 2nd fret with your middle finger and complete the so. And then D sus4, pinky goes on E3, and you're going to pluck bass and E, followed by B. That's it. And then your pinky finger is going to reach all the way up to the 5th fret and do the same thing, bass and E, followed by B. So, let's see if I can do that whole part. Here we go. Yes! Now I'm going to try the whole thing. Don't move. All right, whole thing. Here we go. Nice and slow. Toto concentration. This is a we're learning it together kind of thing. G. Work around B minor. Really weird G7. C with an E in the bass. Regular C. Regular G. Regular D. Woohoo! Now just do it like 3 times faster, and that's how you play the song. So I hope that was helpful. If you wanted to just do the chords, just the chords, like you wanted to just play it and sing it, you'd play G, regular B minor, G7, C, C again, G, D, sus, regular, sus4, way up there. You could do it that way if you wanted. Yeah, but I think this is a worthy endeavor, a worthwhile task, so I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. That was a really fun learn. Another one that I thought I knew how to play, and I sure didn't. So, awesome. Now we all do. Thank you so much for being here. Great request. I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.